What is going on, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So I hope you're ready, man, because over the next couple of days, we're going to be getting earnings out of some of the biggest companies in the world. I hope you guys are ready. And guess what? We're going to break them down in this video. We're going to go over the charts, my thoughts. Do I own these stocks? Am I buying, selling? And of course, we're going to break down the estimates for EPS, revenue, and overall what the indexes are doing. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and you might as well check out my Patreon if you guys want to be a part of the portfolio that I'm building, the private Patreon portfolio. And if you guys want to keep up with the charts and all the exclusive content, the Discord chat, all of that is linked down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So this is a big week. Like I said, guys, as the stock market's been crushing it for the entire year, and I guess as of late we have been selling off, right? This is going to be a big week for the stock market, right? For the entire, for all the indexes, considering the weight of the companies that are set to report. We have Google, we have Tesla, we have Meta, we have Microsoft, we have Amazon. Yeah, it is that type of week, guys. The heavy hitters are set to report. So yeah, heading into these earnings, like I said, we're overall year to date doing very well in the stock market across the indexes, but we have sold off a bit over the past couple of weeks. I'm sure you guys have seen that on the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell. We've seen that across the board, right? There's geopolitical conflicts, the Fed, interest rates. We're not getting as many cuts as expected, rate cuts. We're going to maybe see more inflation than we thought. It's stickier than expected. There's a lot going on. So we've seen this selling. So these earnings are going to really set the tone, in my opinion, for the markets, right? So number one, we have Google, ticker symbol GOOG. This company is set to report earnings on Tuesday, the 23rd of April, and pretty much, guys, we're at the top of this channel on the 4-hour chart heading into earnings. One would argue that this is overbought, right? We are up a good chunk, about $20, $25 heading into earnings from the recent lows that we hit a couple of weeks ago, or about 19%. So we are up massively. Let's not sugarcoat it. Google is up big time heading into earnings. So for this to rip to another all-time high, 165, 170 plus, earnings have to be amazing. Let's be honest. Earnings have to be, I don't want to say a grand slam per se, but pretty dang close, man. They have to be pretty dang close to a grand slam for this to keep moving on here. But then again, we are selling off a little bit here. From 161. Currently, we're at 156, 157 when I'm making this video. So we are down a little bit from the recent highs. So maybe we do bounce heading into earnings. Either way, guys, Google is one worth watching. Full disclosure, I own Google. It's my biggest individual stock, and I actually bought after last earnings report when they reported pretty solid numbers. The stock collapsed, and I bought the dip at about 132, 133, and let's just say that, that group of shares I bought, right, that lot is doing very well right now. Let's just say, again, we're up pretty much 20% off the low. So Google is looking to do EPS on average of $1.50 versus the $1.17 from last year. So that's great growth on EPS. And revenue's also projected to grow a good amount for a company the size of Google. Revenue estimate is $78.57 billion versus $69.79 billion from last year. That would be up around 12 to 13% year over year. Pretty good there for Google, guys. But again, be mindful, we are up 20% off the lows at the top of the channel here at all-time highs heading into earnings. So we have to pretty much hit a grand slam, to keep on pushing here on Google, which I'm not saying it's going to collapse or anything like that, but I'm saying don't have your hopes set sky high at this point, right? Be cautious a little bit. And that's coming from somebody that, again, this is my number one stock, guys. I love Google. I love Alphabet. I'm heavily invested, and I'm not getting too excited. We'll see how the numbers end up coming in. But look, the next one here is Tesla, which of course we all know this stock has gotten demolished over the past couple of months, year to date, the last 5 days, last month, last 3 months, whatever time frame you look at, pretty much Tesla has gotten destroyed. And essentially at this point, guys, we're at a 1-year low. About a year ago, we hit $152 per share. This was back in the end of April. So yeah, about a year ago, no joke. Getting pretty close to the exact 1-year mark. We hit that point, and now we're pretty much right back at it. And what did I say, guys, when Tesla stock was trading in the low 200s, in the high hundreds, the 180, 190 level? People were like, are you buying this, that? I'm buying. I was always in the camp of I'm waiting till 100, 125, or just under 150 in general. And patience is paying off, guys. And to be honest, it all comes down to these earnings in the short term, obviously. But if these earnings are bad, and the thing is, I mean, look, we're all expecting them to be bad. So, guys, think about it. Do you know what that's potentially setting us up for? That's potentially setting us up for a huge rally. You know, what if there's too much negative priced in a Tesla now, which, again, it's down in every, on every time frame you could think of. What if there's too much negative and earnings are actually not that bad, guidance is not that bad? Maybe we get a huge rebound here, but I don't know. I'm not buying that, that narrative quite yet. I'm just not. I don't think this will rebound this quarter. Obviously, the quarter they're going to report for is not going to be great. We already know that, but the guidance is what, is going to move the stock. If that guidance sucks, guys, oh man, this could be going to the 140s, and that could start the drop to the sweet spot, which again is where I'm looking to really buy in that 100, 125 mark, or level, that price range. So yeah, Tesla is going to be at the top of the list for this week. Of course, guys, come on, we all know that it's on the 23rd, same day as Tesla, or not Tesla, excuse me, Google, Tuesday after the bell. So keep your eyes on them. We also have Meta this week, which has absolutely crushed it. You guys know that Meta is now at $495, $500 per share, pretty much. And earnings are on the 24th, which is on Wednesday after the bell. And they're looking to do EPS of $4.04 versus the $2.20 from last year on revenue of $33.99 billion versus $28.64 billion from last year. And that would be up almost 19% year over year. Unbelievable, guys, the growth that these massive companies are still putting up. So yeah, expect in the mid-30s ballpark revenue for Meta. And now that now that I'm looking at my notes, I just realized I didn't give you guys Tesla's estimates. Hold on a second. Tesla EPS estimate 49 cents versus 85 cents from last year on revenue of $21.17 billion. So yeah, Tesla's EPS, guys, is projected to be down 40-something% year over year. Not the best look there. So yeah, Meta is on the watch list Wednesday on the 24th. Keep your eyes on it. In this low 500-ish, high 400 ballpark. It's actually down about $30, believe it or not, from the recent highs, or about 8%. So we're flirting with correction territory on the stock. So we'll see how that plays out. And of course, we also have Microsoft, guys, which is also down a little bit, about $19 here from the recent highs, or about 4%, heading into earnings, which are on the 25th after the bell, which is on Thursday, guys. So Microsoft is, of course, the biggest company in the world now. Yeah, they're bigger than Apple. They're bigger. Well, I guess if you're not counting, I mean, look, what's that big energy company? Oh my God, the big oil company. If you're not counting that one, I'm forgetting the name, slipping my mind. I'm pretty sure Microsoft still $3.12 trillion, so it's the biggest out of the big tech names. We'll go with that. And yeah, it is pulling back a bit. The uptrend is obviously holding heading into these earnings. So they're looking to do $2.66 of EPS on, let's see, revenue of $57.19 billion. And last year they did $2.45 of EPS. I actually don't have the revenue number from last year for Microsoft. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be growing a decent amount. Maybe not crazy like 20% like Meta or even 13% like Google. But Microsoft's probably in that 5 to 10%, maybe more. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to double check. Probably maybe in that 5 to 10 to 15%, that ballpark, rev growth year over year. But yeah, Microsoft's on Thursday. And of course, last but not least, guys, which I'm most excited for, even though this is not my biggest individual stock holding, Amazon. I'm most excited for their earnings because I think they're going to continue to blow it out of the water, guys, like they have been. And look, their earnings are on the 25th, I believe. Actually, no, on the 30th. Wait a second. That's my bad. So they're not even coming up this week. I don't know why I thought they were on the 25th. That's completely my bad, guys. I apologize. But either way, this is still relevant. They're in about a week from now. Amazon's earnings are coming up. We have EPS looking to be, on average, the estimate, 78 cents versus 31 cents from last year on revenue of $134.13 billion versus $113.91 billion from last year. That would be up 18% year over year. So Amazon's revenue is still growing big time. It's going to continue to grow, in my opinion. And full disclosure, I'm long Amazon. I just bought more at 175. I think this thing's going over $200. Maybe not right after earnings, but at some point in the future, near-term future, I think we're touching 200. Call me crazy, but that's personally what I'm thinking. So yeah, big week coming up, guys. Big week. Those are just 5 companies that are reporting. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and get your free stocks for Moomoo. Just use that link down below. Check out the QR code right here or go to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo. And of course, don't forget to check out the Patreon if you guys want to be a part of the Patreon portfolio that I'm building. You get to see all the moves, all the ins and outs of that on Patreon, link down below, and you also get charged Discord access, more access to me throughout the day, all that good stuff. So check it out, guys. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you later.